Hi everybody, it's Gnomes here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a scrapbooking page with the Art by Marlene products, and I'm starting with the scrapbooking paper. So I'm just ripping off the edge that I wanted to use as my feature part of my page. And then I've got the Numerical stencil from the Essentials range. And I'm just going to try and get some matching distress inks and distress oxides to match that paper. So I'm just testing with a blending brush here, and the blue one had dried up, so I ended up changing that to I ended up going with Peacock Feathers, Mowed Lawn and Kitsch Flamingo. So I'm just lining my stencil up here, and then I'm going to probably should have started with the pink first, but you'll see why in a moment. But anyway, I started with the blue, the blue Peacock Feathers, and then onto the Mowed Lawn, and I'm blending in the middle here where they join, which creates a nice new colour, a bit of a turquoisey colour in the middle. And then I go in with the Kitsch Flamingo. Unfortunately, my brush wasn't quite as clean as I'd like it to be because I did the darker colour first, so I'm getting a bit of a purpley colour there with the blending, which is okay. I didn't mind that, but I finished it off with a clean blending brush just so I got the more vibrant pink of that Kitsch Flamingo. And then I'm going to put my scrapbooking paper on here with some double-sided tape. And I do apologise about the screen. I thought it was further out, but it wasn't. So I'll learn that for next time. So I just trimmed off a little bit of the edge there. And that was really quick. But I just used the Flora and Fauna die and embossing set with some black cardstock through my cutting tool. And then I'm just trimming off my photo and backing it with some black cardstock to match those die cut elements. And now I'm going to just have a play around here with where I want the placement of the things and the paper. And I ended up not using any more of that paper underneath the photo. So here I'm just using a wash for each of the colours, and I do start off on the screen to do some flicks, but I spilt a little bit on my page, so I've moved it off screen, but you get the gist. Just adding a bit of water to those distress inks. I'm drying it off here with my heat gun, and then I'm just tapping the excess off with a paper towel because I didn't want to use my heat gun too much. Just add those splatters, just add a little bit of interest to the page. So here I'm just using a stamp from the Floral Simplicity stamp set with some archival ink just on the edges there. And then I'm using some packing box that I've cut up just to mount my photo, to lift it off the page a bit so I can put some of those floral elements underneath. So here I'm just having a little bit of a play around just to see where I want to place everything before I stick them down. And I really love this page. It's Marlene's papers with the black on top. I think the page is really striking with those colours, so I think I might do a second page to match it. So now that I'm happy with the placement of my elements, I'm just using the sticky pen, the glue pen, to adhere those down. The pen's really good for these fine elements because you can get enough glue on there that every part, or the parts you want to stick down, are on there without having too much glue everywhere, and it does dry clear. And I'm just putting some glue on those leaves just down the middle so the leaf part sticks out a little bit, and just cutting one in half just so I don't lose half of the flower underneath the photo, and I can use the other half somewhere else on my page. And this is my little now 3-year-old when he was 2, and his little cousin having a play on the park. So I did, as I said before, I did do a little bit of spill up the top of my page. So I'm just trimming off a bit of that paper. I'm just making some little flags with some of the edge of it, just to put something up the top of that other side of the page for a bit of balance, and to also cover my little boo-boo of ink up there. So I'm just having a little fiddle around which way I wanted it. If I wanted some down the bottom, I decided to go with them all up the top in size range, and just sticking on with a bit of double-sided tape. And nearly at the end here was a nice, quick and easy page. So I'm just picking out a sticky quote from the Essential Sticky Quotes. And I'm just outlining those flags just to give them a bit of definition, just a squiggly line. I don't do measurements and that sort of thing when I scrapbook. I just normally wing my sizes and my shapes and my lines. That's just how I like to do it. And I always like to have some sort of frame on my art journaling and my scrapbooking pages. So a nice easy pen line. And I'm just adding some journaling there. So it's a nice, easy, bright page. So thank you for watching. And if you like, please subscribe to my page. Thank